This week, I want to share with you the techniques that I have used to double my email list. And the best part, they're the same techniques that you can also be using. So let's get into it.
Welcome to the Course Creators HQ podcast, helping you navigate the latest techniques for creating and marketing online courses. And now, here is your host, Julie Hood.
So I'm thrilled you can be here today for episode 112 of the podcast. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of links to information for you. So either check the show notes or go to coursecreatorshq.com/112. That's /112. And you can get all the links for the information that I'm talking about so you can follow up. Okay, so what are these three magical techniques and secrets that I am talking about to help build your email list? So the first one is bundles, and this is where you submit a mini course or a product that you have into a group of products that people sell for a reasonable price, $47, $97, and they get all of these products. So that has been one really great technique. The second one is giveaways, and this is usually where you pay to participate in a giveaway where all of the experts involved are sharing their giveaways, and then everyone promotes out to their own email list, so you get people who sign up from other people's lists who are participating. And then the third one is summits, and that's where you get to speak as an expert to a summit, and usually you get to share your free offer during the summit. So we're not going to talk so much about summits today. I want to talk mostly about bundles and giveaways. The other reason I'm doing this episode right now is because I'm participating in a bunch of these, and I wanted to be able to share them with you so you could see how it works and sign up and kind of follow along to see how these are working from the listener watcher perspective. So the first one is the Productivity Summit, and the link will be in the show notes. It's a bunch of experts who are talking about some of the leading edge productivity ideas, and I'm one of the speakers in that. The second one is the Female Entrepreneur Festival, and it also has both a giveaway and a summit perspective to it. So I'll put that link in the show notes in case you're interested in hearing from any of those experts. And then the third one is the Get Clients Now bundle that I'm participating in, and our speaker today is helping run that one. So check out any of the three of those that sound interesting to you from two perspectives. One is just you checking them out to see how they run, how they work, what's going on. And then the second perspective is you can get some really good information and content depending on what you need right now. So as a attendee for all of these events, there's some good deals and some great information. So check them out from both of those perspectives, and I hope you get a lot from it. So back to our guest speaker today. So Kristen Robinsen is who's helping us out, and she really does a lot with bundles and giveaways. And so I'm excited to share her with you today. She has some stuff that even I didn't know about that I was happy to learn during the interview that we had about doing bundles and giveaways. So listen in to hear her secrets on how you can participate, and then you can check out the links to her giveaways website in case you want to participate. She's one of the friendliest experts who does these kinds of things. So I think it could really help you move forward with your business, especially if it's in the right area that she's addressing. So enjoy this guest episode and interview with Kristen Robinsen. Hey there, welcome, welcome. I am so excited because Kristen Robinsen is here with us today, and when you hear her title, you will be so excited about what we are talking about. So she is a lead generation specialist, and her business name is called Explode Your Audience. So I cannot wait to hear all the secrets that she's going to share with us today. I wanted her to come on to talk about giveaways and doing list building and all the good ways that we can do that. So Kristen, welcome to the Course Creators HQ podcast. How are you today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So, you know me, I like to kind of jump right into what's the content and then weave in some of your great stories as we go. So, tell us a little bit about how you landed on lead generation specialist, because I know you're a military spouse, and like, how did this happen? Because it's such a good role that we all desperately need. So, how'd you get here?
So, my background is actually in marketing, specifically real estate marketing. So, I am the person that literally puts your biggest asset you ever will buy in front of you. So, I started out doing that. Also, did some sports marketing. So, believe it or not, I actually did some promotions for women's professional football. Yes, it does exist. And from there, I'm from Los Angeles. From there, meeting my boyfriend, husband now. And fast forward, kick the can after college, we decided to stay together. And he had always the dream of being in the Marine Corps. So my husband's in the Marines. And when we got married, I decided to start a marketing agency. So if you don't know much about Marine Corps life, we move every 3 years. So it didn't make sense to get a job. So I started my own business, my marketing agency. And we started in North Carolina. And the first set of orders he gets is to Hawaii, right? Everyone's like, yeah, Hawaii, right? Like, amazing. Okay, but here's the problem. Moving from North Carolina to Hawaii is literally to the other side of the country, literally, right? Like 6 hours apart. So I literally lost all of my clients, all of them. Well, I'm sorry, not all of them, 90%. Let's just say all of them, right? 90%.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be online, right? Like, oh, wait, I got to be online. And as I started this journey online, I realized that, and this is the beginning stages, we didn't have Zoom and all this other stuff that everybody had. So I pretty much lost my offline business and I had to be online at that point. And how I landed in lead generation is because when I launched my course, like everybody else does, I got this great idea that I'm going to do a webinar with nobody on my list, right? And it's like, it's going to be great. And of course, right, you're like,
nobody does that ever,
right?
And
it's like, let me think about this. Who am I going to tell my webinar about, right? Like, who's going to hear about it? So my business bestie, she still is my business bestie at the time, was my first JV partner. She promoted my webinar to her 20,000 person list, right? What a bestie. And I got 300 people to sign up for my webinar. And that's how I started my list. And I'm like, wow, that was a little rough. And then I was like, oh, so I need to generate leads and grow a list so people can actually see my offers. And that literally was
concept.
yeah, I know. And so I started doing it for me. And of course, when you start doing stuff for yourself and you're really good at it, people want to know how you did it. And that is how I landed here being a lead generation specialist. I really see how hard it is at first. And I really don't want other entrepreneurs to go through what I went through and that embarrassment. And you think it's a great idea and it wasn't. It was terrible when you say it out loud. And that is what I have dedicated myself to, is helping online entrepreneurs to really grow their audience. So when they do launch their stuff, it doesn't fall flat and there's actually people buying it.
Oh, that's so good. And I do want to get into, because you're a little different than some of the other folks. Like, you help people who don't have lists yet with some of so let's get into that a little bit, because let's first talk about how you help people, and then we'll get into that part of it, because I really appreciate that you do that for folks. So first tell us about how you help, and then we'll get into the details.
So I teach 6 different ways of list building. So we teach people about virtual speaking, live streaming, social media, Facebook ads, online giveaways, and collaboration, right? So those are the 6 strategies that I love teaching people about and how to do that. And it's funny because all those strategies I teach, unfortunately, most of them require that you have some kind of audience. And this was kind of one of the problems I ran into, was people were like, Kristen, that's great, but my email list is like 50 people and I can't get on the summit. Or Kristen, my email list is 100 people and I can't get on this online giveaway because, which is so ridiculous because the way list building has been created is that you need a list to get on these things. But then it's like, how do you start a list or grow a list if you don't have a list to get on these things? And it's like this weird hamster wheel. And
Yes.
so it's just like, oh, why? So I started doing online giveaways. I hosted my very first one and it went great. We got over 700 opt-ins. My email list, grew and everything. And what really weighed on my mind when I looked at the stats, right? Because there were some people on my list at 10, some people in the giveaway had 10,000, 5,000. Even we had people up to 300. Like it was just all around list sizes everywhere. And I noticed that the people with the bigger email list literally had the same amount of opt-ins or less than the people who had 2,000. And I'm like, So if you had 2,000,
intriguing.
it's very intriguing, right? Because I'm like, wait a minute. So, and I mean, literally, there was a person who had 2,000 people on their email list, and we had someone who was 10,000, and the person with 2,000 outperformed the person with 10,000. So I had a hunch. I said, I wonder if I do an online giveaway, but I only do it for smaller email lists because their email lists tend to be more engaged. Like, let's prove this theory we all throw around online. Like, if your list is smaller, it's more engaged. That's what we tell people, right? So I said, well, let's see if it's a lie or not. Let's do it. So 3 months later, me and my team, we did another giveaway. It's our infamous Kickoff the Year giveaway. And we said only people with 100 to 2,500 on your email list. That's it. If you have more than 2,500, you can't be on it. We had some angry, cranky people. They were like, what do you mean I can't be on? Your list is too big. Because you never hear that, right? Your list is too big. You never hear that.
No.
So we did it. And believe it or not, that giveaway, we had 500 opt-ins. And it was really interesting that we only had 200 less. I'm like, I can live with this. And from that period on, we have done a list building event every 90 days for people who have an email list of 100 to 2,500. For the last 3 years. Yes.
So if people want to find out more about how to do that, because I know a bunch of my course creators are going to be like, she does what? Where can they find out more about these giveaways that you're doing?
If they go to jvcollective.com/giveaways, that's our giveaway brand name, you'll see all the giveaways we're doing for the next 12-month period. So you'll see the ones that are coming up and it's always rolling, right? So we do 4, obviously, every 90 days. We do 4 events a year. And so you'll be able to see which ones are coming up, mark your calendar, save the date, that kind of thing.
Love it. Well, and I think this is a good segue because I'm going to be in your next one. So let's tell everybody about that one because I love this topic. Get clients now. And you want to tell us a little more about what's in it?
Yes. So this one is, so bundles are interesting because with giveaways, you're giving away something, typically your free gift, right? And people put their name and email and it's free, right? It's free all around. So we wanted to try something different and do bundles. And so bundles are different in the sense that people have to pay to get access to the thing, right? But instead of getting a bunch of free gifts, you're getting something more of value. So in the Get Clients Now bundle, we have someone giving away 3 months of their membership, which is insane. I'm like, wow, like normally you would pay $170 for this 3-month membership. And by buying the bundle, you get it for free, right? We have someone giving away their $997 course on speaking, like full-blown course. So I really had to message the person. I said, I'm sorry, I have to make sure this is a mistake. Are you giving away your full speaking 5-module course? And they said, yes. I'm like, oh, okay. I just want to make sure that that's what you're doing. But we do. We have someone giving away their free 5-module speaking course in the bundle. And this is crazy because when you add up all the things that we have in the bundle, we have over 42 coaches, top experts giving away some of their best stuff to help you get clients. And the total value is over $10,000 of what we're giving away in the bundle. And the best part is the bundle is only $47. It's it. So for $47, you're literally going to get $10,000 worth of value on how to get clients into your business. And I am so psyched about this, like really, really psyched because just the value of what everyone's contributing. I mean, we have people doing email swipe vaults. So one of my good friends, Holly, shout out, you probably hear me. Holly Tack helps, she's a copywriter and helps 6-figure, 7-figure entrepreneurs. And she is giving you her email swipe vault, like the same stuff she uses for 6-figure, 7-figure entrepreneurs. like what she uses. And it's just like, wow, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, that'd be great. I'm like, so just the amount of people just being so generous with what they're giving away is completely amazing. We have someone giving away a website prep mini course, how to get ready for your website. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. We have also some other cool things, like someone's talking about overcoming sabotage. Like, so you don't sabotage yourself, because you kind of need to make sure you have that before you get clients. You don't want to sabotage yourself.
Right.
So just, and we have, even if you want to start a podcast, maybe you do. We have 2 people in there giving away some of their best podcast stuff too. So there's so many different avenues of things of how you can get clients. And here are these top extras giving away some of their greatest stuff, all for the low price of $47. So I'm psyched. I really
I
am. I'm so
cannot
psyched.
wait. So if you guys are interested, the link will be in the show notes. It's going to be coursecreatorshq.com/112. 112 will take you to the link so you can grab this bundle. And so what would you say if folks are thinking about, okay, I need to build my list. I'm thinking about being in one of these bundles. What do you think they need to have in place? So let's give them a few things to kind of be prepared and ready to go.
I think the first thing they need to decide first if they want to be in a bundle or a giveaway,
Good
because a
point.
giveaway is pay to play, right? So you do have to pay a fee to be in it, but you are going to get it's a quality versus quantity game. You're going to get a high quantity of leads. So for example, typically in our giveaways, we have people getting anywhere between 100 to 200 opt-ins in our giveaways. And we're talking the small ones, right? The 100 to 2,500. That's typically what they're expecting. So if you want to add, quantity, you want to get that many people, and there's a little bit of quality, right? Because a giveaway has a theme, then you want to be in a giveaway. And the best measurement for that I would say is you want to think about it $2 per opt-in. So if you spend $97 in a giveaway, you better be expecting at least 50, hopefully 75 opt-ins, right? Because if any more than that, you should have been doing Facebook ads at that point or something else, right? So understand that that's what's going to happen in a giveaway. In a bundle, because people have to pay, you're going to have less quantity, right? Less quantity
Right.
because there's that barrier. But the quality is amazing because guess what? They invested, right? And so
Right.
if you're looking like I want those high quality leads and I want to get people into, let's say, one-on-one coaching, a bundle is going to be wonderful for you because you've already qualified. These people have already qualified getting onto your email list of investing in something that they normally, like they're not just signing up for a freebie. They're actually investing money into buying something worthwhile. And they're actually telling you and raising their hand that they're serious about their business. So if you want to be in a bundle, right, that would work best. So the first decision is which one do you want to be in? The second thing you have to decide is what product, right? What product? What do you want to put in the giveaway or the bundle? In a giveaway, it's pretty actually simple. It's a free gift. So it could be the free gift that you normally use, or you can just create something that leads people to the ultimate thing that you want, right? So maybe you're doing a giveaway and you're gaining leads for a webinar, right? Or maybe you're getting ready to do a workshop or something like that. So you want to create something that's going to lead people to the next thing. In a bundle, because people are more invested, you really want to be thinking quite much harder about what it is the next thing that you want them to do. So since they bought, maybe you're saying, hey, you bought the bundle, like here's this. And so your bundle item is going to be something a little more valuable, maybe a mini course, maybe it's going to be maybe it's a workshop that you're getting ready to do and you just need the push to get it done. Maybe you put the workshop in the bundle or something like that, but you want to put something in there so that literally it leads to the next thing, right? So maybe that might be a call with you, or maybe that might be, a ticket to your virtual event or whatever that is. But you really want to be strongly thinking what's something a little more meatier than a free gift, but that still can lead them to the next step.
Yes. And I like how you're talking about that journey that the customer journey that people are on. Cause I find some of my folks don't always think about that. Like they're kind of, oh, I've got this great idea. But if they don't take the time to kind of step back and see what are people asking for before your course, that's what you want to be answering that, giving the solutions for. So I'm so glad you said that.
Exactly. Like in both cases, you have to work backwards.
Mm-hmm. Love it. So if we are looking for bundles and giveaways, obviously jvcollective.com go check it out, get signed up. I'm also curious, do you have any other ideas? Because I know when I got started, just trying to find ones to participate in is a little bit of a challenge. And I help my coaching clients with that sometimes, but I'm curious what advice you would have.
So here's what I tell my clients. Let's focus on getting the first one. And here's why. Because some people are like, I want to get on 5 giveaways. And I'm like, oh, hold on. Let's try to get one. And here's the reason why I want to say one, especially with giveaways. Think of giveaways and bundles as a merry-go-round, like a carousel, right? When you get on the carousel, you stay on as long as you want to, right? You get on, you stay there, unless you want to get off, right? There's a little string you press and then it stops and you get off. So I want you to think about it that way. We just need to get on, right? We just need to find one and get on. And the reason I say that to people is because in any giveaway, bundles are a little different, but in any giveaway, you will find that you will get anywhere between 1 to 5 invitations. I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're going to find 2 people who already have an established giveaway and they're going to invite you to that. The other possible 3 invitations, I say possible, are people who are thinking about hosting an online giveaway, but they haven't pulled the trigger yet. But you're going to get at least 2 invitations. And I say that because online giveaway hosts like myself, where do you think we find people? We find them in other people's giveaways. That's how we find them. It's exactly how it works. That's how we found you.
Yeah, I think I got an email from one I had been in. So, okay, fantastic.
So you really only need just one, because once you get in one, you're going to get an invitation for another one. And then, now you're in mine, you're going to get an invitation from somebody else and so on and so on. Also, keep in mind that we're getting to this point that I love in online where people are not just doing an online giveaway once a year. Most people are doing them 2 times. We do them 4 times a year. So the same host is going to invite you back for the next one. So if you just find the one, that'll be great. Now with bundles, it's a little different because there is that barrier that people got to buy. So you're not going to get a lot of online giveaway invitations from hosts. So with bundles, one of the things you want to do, and this is the difference between a bundle and a giveaway, is a bundle is going to tend to have more people in it than a giveaway. Okay. So chances are the people in the bundle are going to know about a giveaway coming up. So it's actually you're in your best interest if there's a Facebook group, most people have one for a bundle, is saying, hey, what other giveaways or bundles do you know coming up? And trust me, you're going to get a list of comments of people who are going, hey, here's this one coming up, this one coming up, this one, or here's a Facebook group that's coming, here's a Facebook group where you can go find them or whatever it is. There's lots of giveaway. There's a couple of giveaway groups and there's actually a couple of bundle groups where they have them there. And most people are familiar with these groups. But honestly, the best way I can say is just try to get the first one. And once you get on that one, really network with the people in the bundle and the giveaway with you and ask them, when's the next one? Because trust me, a lot of these people do it as their only lead generation source. I have colleagues where they don't do social media, they don't live stream, they don't do ads. All they do is giveaways. That's it. They don't do anything else. So you have lots of people out there where this is their only lead generation source. I bet you they know when another good one is coming up because they need to know as well. So honestly, the best focus is just trying to get the first one. Let's not get caught up in 10 or whatever. Just get the first one.
Oh, such good advice. And I have one more question before we finish up.
Yeah.
Can you give us anything we should look for as red flags if we come across either a giveaway or a bundle and we're trying to decide whether to participate, especially giveaways, we're going to have to pay? Is there anything we should be watching out for? And I know it's not yours. I'm just curious if we're working with other people.
Oh, yes. Now that's the beauty of it. Obviously, I host and participate in a lot. So trust me, there are definitely some red flags to look out for. I think one of the biggest red flags is if they say they're going to give you the entire list. Now that may sound great, where you're like, oh, they're going to give me all the people. It's actually a bad thing because technically we're breaking international laws here. We can't just upload a bunch of people there without their permission. And I say that because I had a client who came to me, not my giveaway, obviously, but she was in somebody else's, and MailChimp almost shut her down because she was in someone's giveaway. They gave her the whole list. And and also, you wouldn't know this in the beginning, but it turned out that list wasn't exactly accurate. A lot of the email addresses bounced, and MailChimp flagged said, I'm sorry, but about, a lot of these email addresses bounced more than normal. did you purchase this list? And she's like, well, no, technically I didn't. So she did a second giveaway with that same person. And MailChimp said, we sent you a warning. If you do this again, we're going to shut you down. So I will say, if someone says to you, hey, we're going to give you the whole list, all that glitters is not gold, people. Okay. So that's number one. It's number one. A couple of things that's really important. I think if I could just leave you all with one next important red flag is, how do they organize the online giveaway? Now, this isn't something you're going to know. You can ask, but it's very apparent if you read between the lines on the invitation page that they send you. So the reason I say this is because online giveaways are all, and even bundles, are all ordered differently. So what I mean ordered is, I'm talking about the final page where all the free gifts in a giveaway are all listed, right? Or in a bundle, all the bundle items are listed. How some of them list them will say, oh, whoever signed up. So if you signed up last, you're at the bottom, right? Nobody wants that. But the second most popular way that people do it is by the leaderboard, meaning that how many opt-ins you contribute throughout the event determines your placement on that page. So if you're someone like, I'm going to promote in the beginning, that's great. But as you stop promoting, you're going to fall towards the bottom when the giveaway starts picking up steam, and you don't want that. And if you promote later on, well, you're going to be at the bottom in the beginning, but then you're going to be closer to the top. But the thing is, if someone has a bigger email list than you, you might not get all the way to the top. And so this is something that you really want to be paying attention to, because in our pages, we specifically say we will rotate, right? And so you want to be in a rotating giveaway where they rotate, because that means everybody has an equal chance of being at the top and an equal chance of being at the bottom. And so therefore, everybody gets equal chance at exposure in that order, right? And it's really important you know that, because if you're at the bottom and there's like 40 people in the giveaway, no one's ever going to see your free gift. No one's scrolling all the way to the bottom during 40 free gifts, right? No one's doing that. So you really want to pay attention to how are the free gifts are ordered. And if it doesn't say rotation on there, or it doesn't say anything to that thing, ask the person, be like, hi, have you decided how you're going to rotate the free gifts? And if they say rotate ? Then you obviously know your answer. They're not. And if they say, well, we haven't decided, you really want to be like, I'm sorry, I can't make a decision unless I know, because you really want to make sure that money is well spent. And you don't want to make sure that you spend, $50, $100, $150 being on the bottom for 2 weeks of an event. Like, you definitely don't want that. So that's probably one of the most important red flags you want to look at.
Oh, those are so good. Thank you for sharing those. Those were a couple. I mean, I kind of knew the concept, but not about the rotating as much, because I didn't know that people were doing that one as much. So thank you so much for sharing those. Oh, I know we could go on for hours and hours, so I'm going to have you come back, because you teach all these other things too. But specifically today, I wanted to talk about giveaways and bundles. So I so appreciate it. All right, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And I want you to make sure you go to jvcollective.com/giveaway. I'll put the link in the show notes. That's where you can find out more about Kristen's giveaways. And then make sure, a lot of homework from this episode, but be sure and jump in if you're interested into the summit or the festival or the giveaway that's going on right now. The links are all in the show notes at coursecreatorshq.com/112. That's coursecreatorshq.com/112. I really do believe this can be one of the best ways to get your list going without having to do huge investments right off the bat or try to make Facebook ads work. This is a great way for you to get started. So let me know how it goes. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you for subscribing and following and reviewing, and I really appreciate you being here. Have a fantastic week, and we'll catch you on the next episode.